All right, guys, welcome to another edition of In Real Time with NNK and our normal Tuesday night. It's so weird to be back on Tuesday, but we miss doing these shows now that the season's picked up. So, Rook, kick it off. Who are NNK?
NNK is the team you always want to play with, but never against. We pride ourselves on kind of having a good time, playing with everybody we can, and involving everybody we can. But if you're on the other side of the barrel, we try our best for you to hate us. But until we're friends again off the field, we try our best. But to the chat real quick, we're talking a lot today. I love it. What's up, Justin, Ronnie? Thank you, Keegan. And the squirrel is in the house. So yeah, that's us in a nutshell.
Awesome. Well, we've got some new news as far as the team. We've got some new members since the last time that we did our live stream. We've had games since then, but we got to give them a quick shout out. So let's do the proper intro. So we added Kingwood, so Mr. Cody Cook. We added, we've added Dozer, so Diego Leal. We've added Playboy, Aaron Melton. We've added Christian Lambert, Koa. We've added Special K, also known as Kale, Squirrel, officially. We've added Andrew Molina, Stash. We've added Voodoo, Dylan, Ayler, and I believe, and Gage, 12 Gauge.
12 Gauge is on there too. There's some prospect spots on there, everybody. Just in case you're interested, come run it with us. We don't have many requirements. Just be a nice person. Don't be a dick. And just play paintball. That's really it.
Yeah. And if you ever have questions, just come run with us. And if you just want to roll with the team, just come by and talk to us. We're pretty happy-go-lucky bunch. So
God, continue. That almost got me.
I know. I try. All right, guys. We have a good show to you. A good show for y'all this evening. Outside of the quick team updates, we had a wonderful, great last T-Rev game. And the reason why I say last, now, does that mean last forever? Hopefully not. So both Burke and Christian from the Texas Night Stalker team, since they are the main producers for that event, they're taking some time off, at least the whole next year. So this being 2024, the next iteration may not be till 2025, 2026. So
that's a maybe.
And that is a maybe. So, we loved every single one of their games so far. I think it raised the bar in a lot of different areas for future event producers and promoters, especially for props and what can be done on a paintball field, at least in Texas for sure. So I definitely applaud those guys for all the many sleepless nights and hours spent, blood, sweat, and tears put into their production, and all of the rest of the team and staff that helped ref the event, because we all know those that played the multi-point missions and having to have a ref member at every point to make sure everything ran as smoothly as possible. So my hat is off to you guys. So thank you guys for a wonderful run so far. Excuse me, so far. Looking forward to hopefully future iterations down the pipeline. So without further ado, let's go ahead and intro Mr. Bunny and Spyro from Tryfecta.
What up, everybody?
Hello.
Oh, you got some new swag.
I
We
know.
are.
Right? Yeah, I'm backwards. I forgot about that. I like them from
Sweet.
Compete
71,
and 71 Designs.
Nice, very
We're
cool.
trying to step up our game a little bit. Carlton Widow is calling me. That's kind of scary if you know Carlton.
Well, cool. So obviously a lot of us that are on watching the show already know who Tryfecta is, but for the new players that may not have ever attended a Tryfecta event or maybe just never played a paintball scenario, tell us what Tryfecta is as a whole. Give us some insight on who Tryfecta is.
Me.
You talk.
Hi. We make paintball games. Okay. Tryfecta is the culmination of our minds working together to create a scenario experience that's all encompassing. But the word trifecta obviously is tri, meaning three. So it's not just she and I, but it's also the community. Perfect example. Earlier today, we had released the map to Perkins for this show, and he had found something that didn't quite print and relay well that we had missed. So listening, being open-eared, we immediately made adjustments. We didn't have to. The map was good the way it was, but we made it better based on recommendations of the community. So with interactive props, role play, of course, lots of shooting. We're trying to give the community what they want and make it just fun.
Sweet. There's been a lot of buildup of anticipation for the next installment of Star Wars. In a few words, what are you most excited about?
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
Gives me
lightsabers are going to a whole new level this event.
Man, the races, those are going to be fun.
The Rancor races.
The Rancor races and the games this year. The
Cantina games are going to be awesome, but lightsabers.
Like this is a fun event. Last year, if you didn't make it, the bar didn't have an empty seat. Like everybody had a really
Rook won a lightsaber, which is
I won a lightsaber.
Forgot about that.
I stumbled in by happenstance. I just walked in. It's like, what's going on in here? And they said we get to hit each other with lightsabers. I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And then I ended up,
later.
Yeah, I was like, I had a great time. I will say that is my favorite. This is my favorite Tryfecta event, and the bar is this high for it because it was great. I told everybody about it. Nobody had a bad thing to say about it. We got to beat each other. There was beer or what is Pog Pong? Pog Pong happening. Yeah. I mean, it was a great time. I had such a blast. And then I got to be heinous with the rest of my team because I won a lightsaber and I was stabbing D-Rock and slashing people. It was awesome. And I had a great time. I have it. I plan on bringing it. I got to figure out how to work it. My kids love that thing. My house doesn't. But it was a great time.
It's funny you say that because Crimson Dawn will be there
to
help you show you how to use it. And your guys can buy a lot of lightsabers this time. They are nice. So we'll cover that. We'll go on that later.
Go ahead.
Knowing that obviously you guys are avid nerd buffs, which elements of movies, books, comics make prime candidates for creating scenario adaptations?
Anything with Jar Jar Binks, right? Everybody knows that. Jar Jar Binks, no?
All right, we're going to end this now. All right. Anything that's got to have a good story. Yeah. The more vested the viewer or reader gets, the more fun it's going to be for a scenario. Yes, you can go completely off script like Cartoon Chaos, but the most fun scenarios, the more enjoyable events are going to be something that everybody can relate to. Star Wars, Transformers, Lord of the Rings may be coming soon. Harry Potter next in April. Things that people can automatically connect to. Mm-hmm. They're they automatically get more vested in. And the more vested you are, the more you're like, tell me more.
Right.
And I mean, and if you don't know Star Wars, you have to put every type of something in your game. You need to have something for MagFed. You need to have something for the scenario players. You need to have something for your everyday just walk-on players. If you focus just on one area, I don't think it's as much fun. You know, if you're going to a MagFed game, I get it. But I really, really like the feedback we got last year, incorporating in every scenario event a MagFed element. Because you're out there with first strikes and you really, you know, that's your thing. You know, we're even going to have the sniper challenge this year. We're going to try out and see how that works. But you need a little piece of something. I know.
But bottom line,
Perkins is like,
bottom
what?
line, this is a
sniper
Star
challenge.
Wars paintball scenario.
Yeah.
If we don't make it Star Wars, it's kind of like Star Wars without the Skywalkers. Not the same thing. You have to have Star Wars in a Star Wars scenario. Otherwise, it's just red versus blue. Right. That's going to make this so much fun. Yeah, you and your Darth Jar Jar. You do have a custom player card. I'm saying it live. You have you have a card that is specifically made for you because you did request it.
So as far as you mentioned the player cards and maybe custom ones. So how far or how connected are the player cards to maybe kind of like a play your own adventure for the scenario?
Okay, here. Truth told, I created all those and literally didn't even email them to her until today. So minus yours, she's not even familiar with all the characters. She knows some of them, but not. The roles are as much as the characters want to invest into them. If somebody really wants to get into their character, oh my God, you can have so much fun. There's guys that stormtroopers that just started their first day of routine patrol on the Death Star. There's rebels that are in love with Princess Leia. So
when they go for the armory to get trained for accuracy, does it say they train how to miss or?
And that is encompassed into the game this time.
Nice. So is that really the sniper challenge? Don't hit the target, then you win.
Sniper challenge is going to start conquering hell.
We were going to try a sniper challenge this time, but we ended up pulling it. We were going to do it for the Cantina games, and we ended up pulling it because it was just.
It's a backup.
It's a backup. Yeah, we need to figure out some logistics of it if we can pull it off.
Those rival balls go everywhere.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Making those rival balls actually break so you can see what you don't hit first. Okay. But we're working on that one. We may add another.
Hitting's easier, but believe it or not, missing is way harder than you would think.
Unless you're flinging chickens. Those chickens, you couldn't hit a single thing.
Yeah, those chickens are rough.
They're coming back later this year.
So from a producer writer standpoint, what are some maybe red flags that show up earlier on when you guys are brainstorming or writing in a writing phase that kind of indicates that, hey, this is going to be an uphill battle?
Creating the idea in my head or her head and then going, it's literally like, oh, this is the greatest idea ever. Hey, I have an idea. Blah, blah. And it just comes out and the other person is like,
I'm like, hey, you're dumb.
No, that's horrible.
That's not going to work.
But is there like a reoccurring theme outside of like the word vomit? Is there like a reoccurring theme of saying this is typically like a usual red flag to kind of like?
Nothing specific, just because before doing it on our own, we assisted, Viper and been playing for literally, in my case, almost 3 decades. Mm-hmm. We've seen so many different aspects that a lot of times we can take what would be a red flag and be like, that's not going to work because X, Y, Z. Or we can be like, it didn't work in the past. Let's fix it. So we're already geared towards success. It's just taking the steps to get there.
And most of our red flags come at the events. And I hate saying that, but that's what it is as a producer. You try an idea and it doesn't work. And then we get the feedback from y'all, hey, y'all need to try this or let's do this. And, we made the mistake of trying MOSs at Final Battle. If you were there for that event, that was not the greatest idea, but we still did it and we learned from it. It's really, really hard with the new age coming in to know what's going to work and what's not going to work anymore, because what we used to do isn't the same anymore. So we're trying to blend that together. And like Spyro said, that trifecta part, that third part is y'all. If we love y'all's brutal honesty. We get that brutal honesty. And sometimes we don't want to hear it. That's okay.
Sometimes we bump heads.
But
it's those bumping heads that make it better.
That's how it makes it better. Exactly. Right. And that's how we learn. So I've learned more often than not that I'll go, I don't think that idea is going to work. But if we don't try it, how do we know? And it's more often than not, y'all supported us and been like, okay, I know that failed and that was horrible, but maybe try this. So knock on wood, our red flags have actually not been so bad.
They've been orange.
Yeah, they're not red yet.
Shades of yellow.
Okay. So at least having a soundboard when you word vomit, at least, someone else that has experience in it. I'm just thinking in terms of, future producers or anyone thinking about writing a scenario, kind of things to think about, or, some helpful hints, because we do need more producers.
We need more producers, definitely, because where do we play?
Right.
We love to get out and play. We did last year. He got to play this year already. My biggest thing is talk to other producers. If you cannot talk to another producer and ask them questions, I'm not saying that's not a good producer, but I don't mind giving my ideas out there. And
we're not creating some new top secret thing that's going to cure cancer. It's just their ideas.
We've talked to other producers. ASE is one of them, and we're like, oh man, that idea was amazing. Can we steal it? Yeah, have at it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
we forgot to do that this game.
I know we were going to do it this game. Darn. Okay, April. Sorry, guys. Totally. See what we do. See what happens. That he's writing it down. He's going to forget. Talk to players. Talk to other producers. Put your ideas out there. Like, put them out on Facebook. See what people think. Don't be afraid that someone's going to steal your idea. It's not stealing your idea. It's just making your idea better. But 100% talk to other producers. Talk to producers in the region that you're trying to produce at, especially. Because together. What works down here may not work, in the Midwest or, wherever, Washington type things. Oh, I get a free hit, guys. I'll be excited. You just bounce ideas. Don't be afraid to bounce ideas. Don't be afraid to get the bad side of, feedback from somebody. You have to have that thick skin. I'm learning that very much. So, just don't give up. If an idea doesn't work, don't kick yourself too hard. Just keep on trying, you have to.
Yeah.
So out of all of the scenarios that you guys have written to date,
I've been dreading this question.
Which would you consider to be a personal memoir based on the amount of yourself that you've put into the production?
All right. I'm going to go first. For me, my personal single favorite, I wrote the role play and all the rules and special formats for Viper's last EMR event, Star Wars at EMR. The level of role play at that event was beyond anything we've done down here ever. But it's coming. It's coming. On our own, the event I'm looking forward to the most through creativity side would be Cartoon Chaos, because we used to produce events a decade ago under the Unorthodox banner, and I've been working on this Cartoon Chaos design since then. Most recently, it's hard toss up between Mel Brooks and last year's Star Wars. They were both so good. So I mean, there's each game minus last September that kind of just fell to the wind, but every other event has been just amazing for me. And the new way Bunny and I have divided it, where she's running command and I'm running the role play aspect, we now have a very good system in place that if it's a logistical issue, she can tackle it right then and fix it on the spot. If it's a role play creativity issue, I can fix it right there on the spot. So we've now got where we're taking the things we already love and we can fix them to make it where everyone else is loving it that much faster. But yeah, picking one event is so hard.
Yeah. Star Wars last year was pretty epic. That bar, man, Look, I'm not gonna lie. We've got some nervousness there because we set that bar way high. I mean, we really did.
Over
Not
150
that.
people upstairs.
Yeah, I mean that game was a
Rowdy.
blast. I love that Star Wars game. That's probably my favorite. But Mel Brooks was just hilarious. Mel Brooks.
I got some good pictures from Mel Brooks.
Yeah, Mel Brooks was pretty funny too. So that's. I mean, and even if you go all the way back to the Grinch that we did, that Grinch game, there were things that were like, oh, no one's gonna be able to build that snow globe, right? And y'all built like.
It was built. We created this impossible prop that was going to take at least 4 hours for anyone to build. By mine, hers, and Stryker, who used to be with us. All our ideas. This super prop, the snow globe, was going to take at least 4 hours. It might get done right before dinner break.
I think Goon did it first.
There
right?
was Goon on one side and Slapjack on the other. In the first 35 minutes of the game, we're both walking up. Completed. We're like, are you kidding me? And this is like an in-game prop. So this is like kills like super over the top OP, and it was done in 30 minutes. And we couldn't remove it from the game. So about every half hour, one side or the other, we're just throwing these out at destruction. And we're like,
I think we went through like 50 rolls
we
of flagging
can't do anything
tape,
about it. We had to let it go. The
it
refs
was
were rolling.
bad.
We were rolling. We're like,
It was
lesson
funny.
learned. Players
Wow.
enjoy the next level game because there were so many moving parts in the Grinch. The Grinch was hilarious.
Yeah, the Grinch was fun. Grow was fun, but definitely it's a mix between Mel Brooks and Star Wars. Well, both those were pretty. We had fun. Y'all made it fun for us. It was a lot of fun.
Ronnie said it got him out of his comfort zone. I believe it. A lot of people got out of their comfort
A
zone.
lot of people-
There's a
Oh,
lot of team building pictures going on in the bar area. In my opinion, that was awesome.
that was a different zone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got spanked and things on my nipples. It was awesome.
Oh,
BJ Ware said Cartoon Chaos. Isn't he one of the commanders for Cartoon Chaos?
Yes, he
He is,
There
he
you
is.
go. Eli, you always say first. You're never first. It's like that's a rarity. It's a rarity. Anywho, we can keep it going.
oh man. All right. So let's kind of shift gears real quick since we're going into the upcoming event. Let me go ahead and pull up the VIP. Can we talk about a little bit about that? I know obviously the game. I don't know what the deadline to purchase this is. Can you give us more details on that?
So the VIP already passed. It did close on January 15th.
Okay.
We actually had a pretty good turnout for VIPs this year. We're working on the patch right now. We're trying to get that through for the VIPs. The very first event, all the VIPs, I sent everyone an email. If you did not receive it, go ahead and contact us at tryfectaevents@gmail.com or on Facebook. But I did send something out to every VIP. But after this event, we are actually taking over part of registration for What's Up. So I'll be running registration, and I will be running the Paintball, help through make it flow a little bit better. I know this is a little rough for y'all in this first one for registering and getting the paint discounts and all of that good stuff. So I thank everybody for that. But yeah, it was a nice turnout. So thank you everyone that did get the VIP gold card first event. Show up at registration and you can get your VIP gold card, the shirts, patches, barrel socks,
10% off merchandise,
Yep.
your food purchase discount, your alcohol discount,
your alcohol discounts,
20% off alcohol. Hello. Should have bought it. Should have bought out.
I know.
Should have bought
That'd be
VIP.
kind of nice, right? Yeah, you'll be able to get your VIP gold card at check-in for any event if you're not coming to this very first one. There's VIP only prizes. I actually packed the boxes, the boxes that are full of goodies. Man, they're
nice.
pretty epic.
And we do a VIP drawing at every event.
Yep.
So they get things nobody else is going to get.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be like a $400 or $500 lightsaber. Who knows?
Could be.
I mean,
Or in this case, we're doing those mystery boxes, which we should have sent you a picture of. We were doing 3 mystery boxes.
Yeah.
One of those is exclusive to the VIPs.
Yeah,
Sweet.
each mystery box is at a minimum about $150 worth of stuff. So
Minimum.
yeah, and it's from our personal collection. I got him to downsize a little bit, so kind
Yeah.
of,
He's
sort of.
upset.
He doesn't know everything
Yeah.
that's in some of it. Shh, no one will tell him. Just take it and
Yeah.
run.
So yeah.
But
yeah.
yeah, we're excited.
It just
We're
makes
hoping
room
to-
for new stuff. And she's like, what is that? Oh, this old thing?
It's been in the back the whole time. What are you talking
But yeah,
about?
each box has got a lot of stuff. And so
Yep.
it's gonna be fun.
Go find some dust in the house and it's been there the whole time. What are you talking about?
Old stuff, new stuff, collector stuff. Yeah, there's some neat stuff.
Sweet. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. We've got Dizana that's keeping us wearing really awesome threads. I've been using their hoodies. I have it designed just like our jersey, and whether it's cold weather or not, those things are super comfy. The jersey material has been lasting. The joggers are
the
great. And they
best.
just released those V4s.
Yep.
So are the new guys getting some of those yet? On the new order?
New guys are getting them on the new order. I'm buying a pair because I retired my old joggers. Once I tried these, I was like way better. All their soft goods are good. Their jerseys are great.
Yep.
I really don't have anything bad to say. Steve, he customer service is up there. He never stops working. I kind of feel bad. I send him texts and emails at like 2 a.m, and then like 30 minutes later he responds. I'm like, yo, that was kind of for tomorrow, not for tonight. But he's like, man, I'm good. I'm just up doing the thing. So great guy, great company, and it's still a quality product. So I can't say anything bad about him.
Yeah, I literally just messaged him like 2 days ago, and he's like, hey, I'm still in the Caribbean, but here you go.
Yeah. He was getting married, and I was like, dude, why are you even talking to me right now?
Right.
Like, what are you doing?
So I should be talking to your wedding coordinator.
Yeah.
So outside of Dizana, we also have Paintball Gateway. And if any of you guys are magfetters and run the EMF 100, the same guys that came out with the Hellfire valve, they recently came out with the Whisper Drive that I had the pleasure of running in my MG100.
Well, most of our team did.
Rev. What's up?
I said most of our team did.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we had about 8 or 9 members total on our team running the Whisper Drive. Of course, we picked them up from Paintball Gateway. There's some pricing on there. So 8% efficiency on that guy, and there's some new stuff coming up in the pipeline also for it.
So definitely check that one out. Now, because I usually one ball, I can't really speak on the consistency of each ball on ball because it's just one. For me, it's one. Wait 15 seconds and then shoot another one. But I can tell you, it is definitely quieter. So I appreciate that. So Whisper Drive, Paintball Gateway. It's on their website. Go check that out. And then we have 2 other sponsors. We've got Elite Sports Media. That guy takes amazing photos.
He does all right.
And, yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Hey, when people get the photos, they're like,
oh my God, he had it lined up.
He knew it.
He knew it. He knew it.
He's been having that. He's saving that.
Yeah. Play chess, not checkers, guys. Play chess, not checkers. I like that, Perkins. Good job. I'll give you that one.
But yeah, so they'll be out on the field taking some photos more this year. And then if you want to book a very specialized fun session, we can do that as well. So and then we also have Trash Sports making soft goods, some pretty cool headbands. Rook, I know you've got some personal ones that you've have on hand in your own collection, so tell us about those.
I do, and they've been getting asked a lot. If you guys seen us out there with the horns, everybody's asking about them. People are like, I got some teammates that got Hormesis bands, throw the horns up on them. No, trash like past tense.
Yeah, trash.
Like in here.
He's like, I didn't know we make our own headbands.
Well, yes, I know. She's like, what headbands? When do we do that? No, the ones with the horns, that's Trash Sports. They're coming out for you guys with the MG. If anybody's ever seen mine, I run bare metal body, 3D printed part on top of it. We got wraps that go around it now, different kind of fabrics that go around it, just to kind of protect that body a little bit more. Of course, I got a gold one that matches a headband, so that's kind of
naturally.
Cool. Naturally, what else? What else do you need?
And if you guys aren't wanting to spend like, hey, if you're looking at maybe a special anno or whatnot, you're like, not wanting to have your gun or marker be sent off for that long or at that price or whatnot, this is definitely a cool, cheaper option to kind of specialize that. So definitely reach out to Luke with Trash Sports.
Yep.
And if you have it's backwards. So in the far right corner, Trash Sports is written on the screen on our background. All right, we have a special guest here. We have Mr. Tanner Nolan from Hohe.
Hey guys, how's it going? So I just want to make a brief introduction, right? I am playing Obi-Wan Kenobi, or as I should say, Hohe-Wan Kenobi,
Nice.
right? So really excited to be here tonight. I'm really, really incredibly excited to command the game, and hope to see plenty of people come out.
That's awesome. So, including myself, I don't know
That's
that
good.
much about the history of Hohe. So, I've got some photos here of the team. You had OG Hohe. We've got Hohe 2.0, and then you guys got some really cool new jerseys. So, kind of give us a rundown of the history of Hohe.
So Hohe has and always will be the most casual, most laid down, down to earth, casual group of guys you're ever going to meet, right? I'm really happy to say, and I'm proud to say that every member of Hohe is a fantastic friend of mine, right? It started way back in the day. We're all Central Texas based, right? I would say the very beginnings of Hohe was the Central Texas paintball scene tied in with Austin Paintball, which is still there. Shout out APB, and Lost Paintball, which is in San Marcos, right?
Yeah.
All those guys are my buddies. I used to work at APB with most of the Hohe guys, and then as I kind of progressed and went to Lost, I got really deep into speedball. Right, I was playing D4 speedball with the diversity paintball team, and but I always kind of knew scenario to me is the vacation of high level paintball. Right, it's when I get to cut loose. It's when I get to do something fun. It's whenever I get to do something stupid or silly. Right, really get into the role play and have a great time. Right, and so I started playing scenario ball. Let's see, probably in early 2014 or something like that. And I had done a couple events of my own. And whenever you're that new guy, right, the walk on who's never been to a scenario paintball game before, all you want to do is be there and show all your friends, right? And so, I played in 2014, played in 2015, and I'm telling guys all over that time period, I'm like, guys, listen, we have to do a team. We have to put together a team, right? And finally in 2016 it happened, right? We got all the guys put together, a gross amalgamation of the Lost Paintball guys and another amalgamation of the APB guys, and we're sitting there, and I remember it was right before the end of pre-reg, and somebody reaches out and they go, hey, what are we going to call the team? And I can't go into the details of what Hohe means or what it is, but somebody goes, F it, Hohe, right? And so we've now then and been and forever will be Hohe, right? And so in 2016 we really leaned into the brand a little bit, right? Played all the small games. A lot of people were going to TXR back in the day, and being one of the 80 teams on either side. But we were playing the triple, what was it? Texas Triple Threats, right? We were going to WhatsApp at the very first event that happened at What's Up Paintball, and then of course the Cypress games mixed in between. And it was one of those things where we never took the game too serious. Right. It was and by take the game too serious is there was never a moment where somebody was getting yelled at on the field. Right. We played paintball and we partied, and that was what we did. Right. And it was hilarious because to me, after 6, 7, 8 events, you start realizing damn guys, we're kind of good at this. Right. We're not bad. And I remember the first time we won a pennant. I think it was Austin Flowers. John Epley, hopefully he's still kicking around, right? And that was the first moment I thought to myself, I'm like, holy crap, this is something that we're really good at. And just like every Cinderella story, it has to have a sad part, right? So in around 2018-ish time frame, a lot of the guys are mid 20s, and at that time we were in our teens, right? And so 2018 kicks around, a lot of us were starting to get busy with life. You got to put a pause on things. Guys going to school, guys getting full-time jobs, guys, trying to figure out where they want to be in life, and so Hohe kind of fell away, and it had to, because we all had to go off and figure out our lives. Right. And it was awesome because as I got finished up with school and the rest of the guys got their degrees and some guys got great jobs and all this other stuff, in 2021, it was kind of like, guys, are we all back in a place where we're ready for Hohe 2.0? Right. And that was when the excitement started to build, and we really started to feel it. And we're like, you know what? Hell yeah. Hohe 2.0. Let's do this. Right. And so Hohe 2.0 rocked up, and we made it to let's see, the February 22nd game in 2022, right? Playing with Viper. That's where Hohe 2.0 came back in. And from there, it's been like, okay, listen, we're all settled. We all got our stuff together, and we're going to make this one hell of a team. And so that's the brief history of Hohe, right? A bunch of teenagers trying to play paintball together who ended up getting kind of good. But, we keep it calm. We keep it chill. We're there to have a good time. And we hope everyone else, has a good time with us.
I love your energy. You must not have kids.
No, I don't. It's great.
What's with the Gator Guard? That's what my question is.
Oh, no. No. Ain't
Not
no
a Gator Guard?
No
What is
Gator
that?
Guard. I'll have to lean on my my local geographical expert, Bryce Smith, who may or may not be in the chat right now.
Oh, Bryce was on the chat earlier.
He's in there earlier.
Well, Bryce can give you a more accurate description, so I don't soil upon the name that is Pescado. So that is our So
Cool.
Pescado is our mascot, if you will.
Okay.
And Pescado is and currently is been right from the very first game that Hohe ever played in, a stuffed fish that we have lovingly passed from all of the Hohe members. And so there's one person's job every game to bring Pescado, right? And for the Spanish speaking among us, yes, we named a fish. And so, Pescado has been our mascot, because what else is stupider than a stuffed fish that we carry on the final battlefields?
Jeez.
Right? You couldn't make it up. He was just there, right? But yeah, so Pescado.
Very
I
cool.
like it.
Very cool. Now, if you haven't seen the Hohe guys on the field, but you've seen people sitting in camping chairs, lawn chairs, eating bags of chips on the final battlefield, that's Hohe.
Doritos.
Doritos.
I was like, one of your guys fed me a Dorito. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
You're like, wait a minute.
He was like, here. And I was like, bro, the only way this works is if you feed it to me. And I lifted it up. It was awesome.
Do you guys want to know why we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know.
so-
Wait. Do I? I just got fed one, so I don't know. Do I?
Listen, we're not lacing them yet.
Make it-
We're not lacing them yet. Don't worry. We had to build trust first. No, I'm just
3.0.
kidding. 3.0. Yeah, 3.0. Everyone's going on a trip. No, so like back in the day when we were playing gigantic games at like TXR and whatnot, the 1,000 person, the 1,500 person games, Final Battle, in my eyes, if you try too hard at Final Battle, it kind of can ruin your weekend, right? Like getting overshot and all this other stuff. There's some guys I used to know who would be like, they would be having a fantastic weekend. They'd have so much fun. They get to Final Battle and budget like, a whole case of paint that they're going to go blow, right? Just for them to get, halfway up to the slapstick, get absolutely decimated. Their marker gets covered and all of a sudden it doesn't work, right? And so they've spent all this time and money and prepped it in their head to have such an amazing Final Battle, and it just ruins their weekend. And so I kind of told the guys, I'm like, Final Battle is what you make it. And by the time we get to Final Battle, in my eyes, ever so slightly the game comes down to Final Battle, and that's always really exciting, right? But whenever you get there, most of the time the game's pretty much decided. If you played a really amazing 2 days, then Final Battle is your cherry on top to get rid of all the paint, right? And so I told the guys, I'm like, listen, let's not overstress this. Everyone is taking this super seriously, and that's not Hohe. Hohe has always been, we're chilling, we're having a good time. So if you want to go out and you want to go like run a crazy Final Battle, hell yeah, right? Oh man, we have one guy who hopefully you guys see, who loves to wear a really nice Asian maid outfit and likes to run slapsticks.
That's the guy that fed me the Dorito.
That's the man. That's the man, right? And it's like, hell yeah, he loves doing that. But you know what I like doing? I like sitting in the back. I like handing out Doritos. And I like pretending like I'm hitting anything, just rolling like 20 balls per second on my G6R. I'm not, but I'm having a great time.
And of course, we're in the front going, move up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
We're like, who's shooting me in
Dorito?
the back? He's just like,
Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, that's why we're doing it, right? Hohe is and always has been about the fun. We're here to have a good time. So yeah, that's the background on that.
So everyone else that's watching, when we were talking about earlier, attending the TXR games with, 1,500 players, 1,100 players, that is the goal of, for at least me, doing the show is literally trying to get back to, for me, the peak of paintball in Texas for scenarios.
Yeah.
Having 11, 12, 1,500 players, and then like night game, or not even night game, but just being able to like tent hop, camp
Yeah.
hop, and just kind of like go mingle with everybody. I got to meet new people. We had cookouts, campouts. I had a crawfish boil like for my first time ever at a paintball game, which was really, really cool. I was like, what is this trash can lid for? And they're like, that's your plate. And I was like, what? first time ever. And it was delicious. But bringing that back would be amazing. So everyone that's watching this, like bring, whatever your local field is for rec ball, like grab the regulars and say, hey, have you ever played scenarios before? Which you already know the answer, but get them out to these scenarios because, they're going to play rec ball because that's all they know, right? That's all I knew when I was younger, but just go play paintball at your local field. Had no idea scenarios existed until we had one show up at our local field. And I was like, oh, whoa, I love paintball. I love the community. I like, you have a whole bunch of like-minded people that are enjoying the same thing you do. So why not make more out of it? So get more of your local guys and gals out to these games and then grow the sport, grow the community. I don't want to say grow the sport because there's so much of a negative connotivity to it, unfortunately, but so grow the community. Awesome. All right. So from a production standpoint, let's start a timeline beginning to end. And then, of course, the Star Wars credits start rolling. So let's talk about the event. Yes, the prologue. Let's talk about the event schedule. So let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. And then what I will do is I will remove some of us. And all right, if you guys can go ahead and talk about the schedule, which happened to...
There
it goes. All right, give us a rundown.
This year, we are going to, for the Star Wars event, we're going to bump the schedule up to start 30 minutes earlier to give y'all a little bit more playtime. And we also are going to adjust. So we were going to originally do just an hour dinner break, but that's the one thing. By the time you get off the field, you really don't get to eat. And if you go 2 hours, you don't want to go back on the field and play. So we just decided to start 30 minutes earlier. On Friday, of course, camping's open before 12. You can get there whenever. We will actually be at the field on Wednesday. We're going to be working with the field so that I can learn their system. And then, of course, David Burks, we're going to be helping him out if he needs any help whatsoever to do some field work. But registration will open Friday at 5. It will close at 8. And then on Saturday, of course, all services open at 8. And then at 9 o'clock will be the Young Guns orientation, which I know we're going to touch on in a minute. And then we will skip right to player orientation at 10. And then we're going to do game on at 11:30. Our player orientation, we're hoping to keep in that 40-minute max
45
block,
top.
as long as he doesn't talk. And then you'll have your dinner break. And then we're going to have a 2-part night game, just like last year. We're going to have an on-field. It's Balance of the Force. And the third faction gets to play into this at night. It's going to be a lot of fun. We can't say exactly what is going to happen because we don't want people to be able to go out and buy said items that are going to happen at night. But the third faction gets to get involved, and they...
Well, we'll be covering that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll be covering that in a minute too.
We'll be covering
and then we'll have the Cantina games upstairs, and then we will stand down at 8:30 just in time on field so that everybody can see the
last 2 events.
The last 2 events.
I know we're about to talk about the Cantina games, right?
Yep, the last 2 events upstairs in the bar. And then on Sunday, our servers will open at 8. Game resumes at 9. Then we will be standing down at 12 for your pre-final battle break. And then at 1, we'll have our briefing over there by the final battlefield, like where we normally have it. And then we'll have a crazy final battle. We are doing the same final battle that we introduced at Mel Brooks. We have 7 slapsticks. Everyone loved it. I haven't heard any
that's going to be
negative.
A standard now.
Yeah, we're going to keep that 7 slapsticks. And then after that's awards. So the Cantina games.
Lots of Star Wars.
I know we're going to touch on that in a second too. So That's the schedule, and your schedule will be on the back of your badge. You don't have to remember anything I said because I'm not going to remember what I said, and I'm going to have to look at the back of the badge too.
We have badges.
So back of the badge will have your schedule of events. And then for every pre-reg early bird VIP, we will do a laminated map to put in your packet. We're only going to print out a limited amount of maps. We're trying to retrain everybody just to QR code it. It saves a ton of trees, a ton of paper, a ton of, everything.
Yeah, trees.
Yeah, trees. For Star Wars. Trees.
Yeah.
And then same thing with the rules. QR code we'll have for the rules. Yeah. We'll have a couple of them printed out just for the people that really love those paper copies. Yeah. But we really, really, really are trying to get everyone just a QR code. You don't have to carry around paper, technology's there. It's just so much easier. But yeah, that's the schedule. And a very fast.
If you want to print out your own, you guys can go to the Facebook page. Once this gets the map gets posted, and you can make your own if you really want.
Morning.
Yep. It'll be up first thing tomorrow morning. I'll put
starting tomorrow. It gets crazy. Yeah.
An announcement we're going to sneak in about MagFed up. I didn't want to put it up yet.
It's coming.
Yeah, all the fun stuff. This is the first time we've never posted anything pre, and even Tanner asked.
Well, that's why this show is so
making
important.
me nervous.
A few people asked.
Me nervous.
We're getting texts and messages. People are like, y'all forget to put, no, we didn't forget anything. It's coming.
It's coming. You got to watch the show.
Yeah, we got to watch the show. And that's the other important thing, right? Getting more people and growing the community. All right. So Young Guns.
Okay. We are definitely having a Young Gun orientation, 9 a.m. We are going to have, he actually just got online. Greg, who's the owner of AWOL 3D, is one of our newest sponsors, and he is going to be bringing some Beskar to give to Young Guns to keep. This is not part of the event for points or scoring or props. It's for the Young Guns. We do our traditional. You're going to listen to me and my wonderful voice for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to ask questions. If you get them right, we're going to give you stuff. It's the same thing we've been doing. It's getting the kids involved. Ironically, I know Tim hasn't been able to make it, but we've got Tanner and Rook is on the other side. They're going to get the kids involved that know the rules. We're going to be giving kids information that the old people don't know. We're going to be telling them how to get Beskar, how to get Kyber crystals, how to get Kyber shards, and more. Kids are the key to the galaxy. They're going to be able to help in so many fun ways. And we give them stuff. That all you have to do is listen to us rant for a few minutes, and we always end in a silly string. Always have silly string more.
A ton of teams that always donate gear, used, new. We will have the Young Guns store, which was a huge hit, the Mel Brooks event. We raised almost $300, so that allows us to buy gear that we don't necessarily have for the Young Guns. So we get support in a million ways. I started doing this in 2009. Out at Tactical Paintball was my very first time to be doing the Young Guns. And it's just, we're all getting old. Except for Tanner over there. He's got the energy of everyone. Mm-hmm. But
wait, when you said tactical, I was like, that's before my time.
Oh,
no. It's fun when you do it. When you look at the kids that were kids that have now grown up. You've got
kids having kids.
Yeah, it's just kids having kids. It's crazy, and everybody's grown up now. So it's neat because it's just a new generation, and we keep doing what we love.
Yeah, if anybody wants to donate, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook. We'll
put
our
no negatives. Paint. We've had people give us cases of paint. The Lost Boys are famous for that. Yes, of course, we love markers, tanks, and masks, but anything, gloves, T-shirts. There's no wrong. Pescados. There's no wrong donation. That is something that supports paintball.
Yeah, and the Young Guns, like most Young Guns have their own markers. Like it's all the little stuff, especially like gloves,
barrel swabs.
That's
one of the big things. It's crazy.
Headbands, hats, little stuff like that. So they absolutely love that. And of course, in the end, we pick an unexpected soul for the silly string.
Silly string war is always some poor soul that doesn't want to be this poor soul. And we also have the Young Gun Challenge coins that we'll be starting again and giving out this year.
Cool. Yeah. Caitlin said only old people know what.
I just saw that.
Yeah, she's old. She has
that would mean Caitlin's old because she
has a
got an
kid
award
now.
at Tactical herself, so she just called herself old.
It's like the Finding Nemo movie. It's like, oh, Mr. Turtle, like, oh, Mr. Turtle was my father, and it's like Tactical. Oh, sorry, that was my dad's time playing.
Right.
All right. So moving on. So I got to see the map literally just before the show went live, and I'm actually really excited to share with everyone. You know, obviously, alongside you guys walking us through these changes, but it's going to be some fun changes. So let me go ahead and pull that up, and we can go over that.
Surprise, we are not using 31 objectives like we have the last couple of events. We're going all the way down to only 22. Objective 11, get my numbers right, 11 on this particular map will be brand new. We're actually going to build it on those 3 days Bunny and I go up.
Surprise, David Burke. Sorry.
Yeah, surprise, David. A10, we're building an objective. Yeah, objective 11 will be a brand new building. Everything else is something more or less existing. We're changing the numbers, minus 12 and 14 being the two bases. We're just mixing it all up to give people fresh places to go. Not quite as intimidating as 31 objectives or 27 we've done in the past, but this is going to be a more concentrated, in-your-face slugfest.
Yep. And this was an idea we had in our head, and then of course the last event Spiral went to, he ran it by a couple people and they absolutely loved it. Actually, I think you ran it by one person.
I ran this map, the idea by a few people. And speaking of, two of the people I spoke to are actually on the other side of this, producing this show. And everybody, the people we spoke to, everyone seemed to like the idea that it's just such a new, fresh, by not even building a lot of new things, it's still a new, fresh map because we're changing it up.
So with this new map, do you guys feel it will engage more firefights?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. The old maps, for example, some objectives would see 5 to 10 missions, just the way the game would flow. Some would see 1 and 2, again, because of the way it flowed. Then this new style, every objective is going to, throughout the event, have the same number of objectives. Like every mission is a firefight in your face.
It's got a lot of crossover on this one.
A lot of crossover. And truth told, it also gives us a step forward. This is kind of what Harry Potter is going to look like. The Triwizard Cup, because we wanted, if you look at the Steel Fortress, there's 3 objectives inside it. That was intentionally done as a prologue to kind of set up for what's coming, because what better than a trial run to test something that's coming with 3 generals,
right?
But this game, it should be really. This map is very. It's just fresh and energetic.
Like Tanner, energetic.
Awesome. So, since we talked about the map, we've talked about the event schedule. What can players expect for NPCs? Will there be NPCs on the field, off the field?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there will be. We are still in search. We posted it, and we're still taking applications. We need someone to run our off-field store. So if anybody knows somebody that wants to be a part of the event and not pay and help in the shenanigans and all that, we do need someone to help run our off-field store. So that is one NPC. All other characters in the game, trying to make sure I word it right, because Rook loves to catch me in a faux pas word. All other characters in the game are a part of the game. Both sides will have 4 Jedi and 4 Sith that they will have to choose among their ranks. Nothing to do with player cards. This is solely chosen by the generals and voluntold. That is how they will. Those players will have abilities on the field. And I'm trying to answer your question. We'll go down more questions. Come back, and some of this will come back. The also on the not NPCs, because they're full players. We have a third faction. The third faction this event will be located in the Steel Fortress. They're the Bounty Hunters Guild, the BHG. They live, play, and die like any other player, except the confines of the Steel Fortress. They can be hired. regular players and young guns can both hire them, each with their own tweaks per se on how they do it. Ned's just going to be a wrecking ball because both sides are going to have to interact with them. If you were at the Mel Brooks game and you saw the Robin Hood's Merry Men and how devastating they were just holding a bridge, imagine a much larger force doing kind of the same thing in the Steel Fortress.
How many?
More than 10 under 20?
There you go.
Ooh, I think, and is it one team? Because I think I already know who.
No, it was started as one team, but then they got permission to recruit outside, but it's all part of the same. I'm gonna say support family.
Okay.
And they even kicked it up a notch.
Kind of like NNK would pull in Cobra because I know you guys are really close. Same concept with this team.
They kicked it up a notch with Young Guns. They have the specialty coins. They look so cool.
Oh, they're nice.
And other specialty items just for some of the Young
They're
Guns.
going to be flying different. They're going to fly Crimson Dawn flag. They're going to fly some Bounty Hunter flags. It's going to look really neat the way they're doing it. In a nutshell, you'll have the Steel Fortress. They will never go beyond the confines of that unless hired, and everyone will be going to them pretty much in a violent fashion, unless you've hired them. And their spawning point will actually be in the castle. The dead center of the fortress will be off limits. It'll be all specially netted and roped off. Their complete campsite will be in there. They will never leave the field the entire event.
Okay.
They're going to have their own air, paint. They're literally going to be like their own. That's literally where this team's camping. So that is the answer, all just about your players, NPCs.
Okay.
There's so much more, but I'll let you ask.
So since we're talking about NPCs and game mechanics, what new game mechanics can we look forward to as players and command staff? Since
game mechanics, what a wonderful question. Okay, so I've gotten really good. We're making you ask. As Bunny threw out earlier, we're having Rain Corps races.
I was gonna go put one on, but I need help.
I want her to put it on so bad. There are Rain Corps races.
It takes 2 people.
Red versus blue. That's just gonna be great. So yeah, there will be Rain Corps races. That's all we're gonna say on that.
The costume is provided.
Yeah, we provide everything.
You have reins.
There is, of course, the other mechanics. There's the store, which is pretty much your traditional off-field store. You go there, you'll spend money, you buy stuff.
So in-game currency comes from where?
Oh, that's the next thing I literally was about to say. At Game On, we're bringing new to Tryfecta. I can't say new to Paintball because some of this is going to sound really familiar. The beginning of the game, both sides will be given missions to go acquire their funds. Cargo drop, if you want to use the proper word for Star Wars nerds out there. If you get your cargo drop, you have money for your side. If you do not, you don't.
And supplies.
There will be, and your MOSs and everything else will be in this cargo drop. One will be fairly close to your base, and the other one is going to be in a very ugly place. Yes, the other side can steal yours and use them against you. It's 100%. These are locked boxes, so the average player can't get it. Only the generals and XOs can open them. But it's the same key, so it will work both ways. No one starts with money. We're starting with $0. Everything you get, your money you'll acquire through these cargo drops, get up here, and then as you go through the event, your money is always going to go down until you get another one. There's drops at the very beginning, and there will be drops the Sunday morning.
And that's MOS too, correct?
I'm sorry?
That's MOS.
MOS is too. MOS supplies. You may start with a very, very, very basic MOS package just in case you miss both or 3 or 4 of your supply drops. But you don't want to miss those. You really don't want to miss those because we are making it. I mean, that would be bad. But just don't miss your cargo drops. So that's how the money is going to work. The bounty hunters are hired off of Beskar. Beskar, we have mission packets that will come down every half hour. No secret.
They actually have wax seals on the back of them this year. We're pumping it up this year.
Harry Potter.
So you've upgraded from lick and stick to.
No, we're doing both.
Well, I mean, I figured y'all didn't know where his mouth has been.
Yeah.
What?
You got the one of your
Thanks
one of your
for that one,
missions. One of your missions each drop will be for something with the BHG. If you complete that mission, then you will get Beskar. And to get enough Beskar, you can hire the guild. Plain and simple. Try and get my monies right. Okay, that's the money. Try and make sure there's actually a lot of money to give. So you have the money, you have the Beskar. Lightsabers are off field. Anyone can fight in the lightsaber battles. Anyone on your side. It does not have to be your 4 Jedi, 4 Sith. Now, those guys can probably encouraged to do so for additional whatevers, but anybody can fight. Here's why it's important. Lightsaber wins give you Kyber crystals. The more Kyber crystals you get, it allows you to do one of 3 things. Number 1, if you didn't get any of those cargo drops, you need money. Kyber crystals can be traded for money. Number 2, you can buy a rare lightsaber. We will tell you what that prop is. That rare lightsaber is really cool. That's all I'm going to tell you. And number 3, Kyber crystals, get enough of them, you get Kyber shards. Kyber shards will, on Sunday, equivalent to chances to open a sealed Kyber vault through, I'm just going to say magical means. It is a very electronical, high-tech thing we're doing. It is, yeah, it's definitely techie because you'll be given chances. It's not
high tech. It's techie.
It's techie. It's more high tech than anything else we've done. You'll have chances. So the more Kyber shards you get, the more chances you get at opening the vault. The vault is worth several hundred points. It will be written down, so there's no dispute and debate what its value is at. But several hundred points are all up in the air for lightsaber battles. If you don't fight in lightsaber battles, you have 0 chance of getting it.
So when we're talking about chance as far as opening the vault, is it luck, rolling a die? Is it?
Nope. It's an electronic technology-based system.
Okay.
So you will get a shard. The shard will equivalent to, let's be honest, a real-world item that you'll say you have 10 shards. Let's just say with the 1-to-1 ratio. This is not the ratio.
Right.
I have 10 shards. We're going to then on Sunday give you 10 of the real world item. One of those 10. It's 1, maybe 2 of those will actually open the item.
Okay.
The others will not.
Okay.
And you're just, it's luck. Because if somebody has 50 Kyber shards and somebody has 5, maybe the 5's got 1. Maybe, it's that part is, and they'll take turns. The 2 sides will go back and forth until one guy, the first guy, opens up. And just for argument purposes, we'll show the other person to make sure that, I never had one. We can guarantee both sides will have one, but you want the odds in your favor, so you want those lightsaber battles to give you a better chance at opening the box.
Cool.
We've got. Did we mention lightsaber battles? Because you might. You've got lightsaber battles. You've got the Kyber crystals.
The races will be 50 points a pop.
Yep, Rancor races are $50 a pop.
50 points.
50 points, $50. Woo! That would have been. Someone would have got me at the event. You just said
hell yeah, pay up.
Go get that monopoly money now.
Rook would have walked up and said, "Hey, Sparrow, remember when you said this?" And I'd be like, so yeah, points. Let's clarify that. We do have. That's pretty much the mechanics, the hardcore mechanics of the game. A lot of it's going through those lightsabers. The night section, of course, we have the special twist involved for the night game.
With the third faction.
So everybody's typically speaking, and I don't even recall the last time, and yes, I'm old, third factions don't play at night. Everybody puts them on one side or the other, or they just don't play. We have a third faction that at least a large number of them will be playing at night.
Oh, look at you not saying a number so Brooke didn't know how many there were.
I was waiting for it. I listened real hard. Hard.
A number of them will be playing at night as a third faction, not on either side. Currently, This is no secret. They will be all third faction will be taped in gold tape so they stand out. Unless they get their costumes fully finished. If they get their costumes finished, then they may not
Look
even.
is like, dang it! I know I should have
Gold.
signed up third
What?
faction.
If you're on the Empire side, there's no way you weren't going to be red.
I want gold.
But to be honest,
Like-
there's no way you are not going to be red.
Yeah, that's true.
But the
Exo
third,
Gucci.
the third faction,
So Gucci.
that part of the game is going to be really fun.
They're
go for 2
there
hours.
just to mess up
Chaos.
both sides.
And at the same time, we have the games upstairs, which I guess that's actually where we're gonna the names of the games. You wanted to go over the names of the games.
Oh, I'm
We have all the games we're gonna go over, sorta. And that when the game on the field ends at 8:30, that gives that last 30 minutes. It's a quick shift upstairs because the games upstairs will still be going on. There is no in game. I mean, people. If 9 o'clock, God forbid, we're done. If people are like, dude, let's party in the bar till 11, till midnight.
I think it
may
was
cry at midnight.
11, a little after 11 last year. We were like,
But these are all
"Ah."
points. These are constant. As long as there's
Yep.
decent numbers on both sides, we'll keep playing the points. Which that means, yes, there are a lot of potential points involved in the cantina. But this goes back to what Perkins said earlier. We're trying to get people involved, trying to get everybody to have fun, hang out, and. Do you want to bring up the first game?
Yeah. Okay. Is that where we're at? Hopefully.
Let's do the games.
Cantina Crawl. That's going to be last year we did trivia. It was absolutely hilarious, but it's going to be a twist on the trivia this year. And not questions that are so insane.
No. Some of them are bad, but they're all New Hope.
Okay. Not so bad. And then of course we have to have Duel of Fates. You have to have one-on-one lightsaber battles with fight to the death. You just have to.
Winner gets a lightsaber.
We have new lightsabers for that. We actually just picked them up from an official guild that is no longer
those phone. Yes. One of the official 501st sanctioned guilds surrendered their sabers to us. So we have some new combat swords we'll be fighting. Crimson Dawn is sponsoring the winner, so the winner will get a new lightsaber. And Rook, yes, it could be you.
The next one is going to be Jawa Toss. We have
a whole bunch of Jawas.
It's going to be cornhole style, but you will have to toss a Jawa
as we show you how to throw it.
And they're so cute. They've been handmade
by AWOL 3D.
Yep. The next one is going to be Twi'lek Twerk. We will be providing the dangles for this. So can you appease a hut with your dangles? That's all I'm saying. If you know what dangles are, you know how to shake your hips.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Once you meet the hut, you'll understand that appeasement. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna skip to the Womp Rat Roundup. Do your rats roll?
This is gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun. If you have ever seen the life-size version of bowling,
yep,
that's what you're gonna do.
It's gonna be awesome.
They are huge.
And you should never say that word, child.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't like her saying that.
Yeah.
Now I know how she feels when we talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then then leads us to our last two games, which these two games will start time-wise. We're gonna play everything else, and these can all play the rest of the night. But the last two games are going to start about 8:45, so that the field personnel, refs, Bunny, because I'll be upstairs, she'll be running the field, as well as anyone that wants to play, can get in on the last two games. And they are?
Yeah, you got Yoda Stew. I am not going to fully give this one away. It will probably be the funniest eating contest we have ever done to date.
This beats the donuts,
which was pretty hilarious. Any of the donuts the last time and the time before that. I guarantee you, you will have cream in your face.
Cream in your filling.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
PG?
Yeah,
I apologize. Sorry, guys. And then who wore it best costume contest? The costume contest last year was a huge hit. We had a ton of costumes. It was a lot of fun.
First place was Mandalorian. Second place was Darth Talon, which Caitlin Riggs was Darth Talon. This year, yes, you can do a repeat costume. We're not telling anybody they can't. We hope everyone kicks it up a notch. But to force it a little bit, you have to
You have to have a talent contest
gotta
now.
have some talent.
So I don't care if you wave like Vanna White. I don't care if you watch the 39-minute version of the bad lip reading.
Awesome, by the way. Thank you,
Awesome, by the
Perkins.
way,
Welcome.
Perkins.
Welcome.
If someone watches that bad lip reading, and we're gonna have to share it later, and does any part of it, like,
I mean, yeah,
that's
but
gonna
we
be
want
pretty epic.
every costume will have to do we'll tell everybody closer to, well, at the event, we'll tell you how long it won't be long. So we're looking at less than 30 seconds. You'll have to do some form of talent. Failure to do something will result in an automatic disqualification, regardless of how good you look, because it is a costume with a twist. So you have to do some form of talent.
You can yodel.
You can yodel. You can dance.
You can
sing.
dance. You can sing. You can do.
You can Twilight twerk. You can literally, and of course, you can even act out. You get, I don't want to say points, but you get bonus points for doing something according to your character. Again, we will not be judging the costume contest solely through the audience. Same way we did it last year. That way, obviously Caitlin Riggs, there's no hiding who we are, her parents. We're not voting for her. We don't like her. But no, anybody can. You guys are voting. You guys are deciding who's going to win that. All the other games, they all have points values. We'll have a spreadsheet. We'll be filling it all out as the games go on. We'll play each of these games as many times as people, again, want to get points. So there are.
Can you just ban a name? Can we just
I was about to say,
We're
Jesus,
just
I
watching
would
the
have
comments.
Hey,
I would've
Caitlin, and
beat
I'm
my
just trying to
kids
keep
if
it
they
straight.
said that to me.
No, that's okay.
I'm just
because
saying, Hohi at Game of Thrones, we didn't have parents. Okay, there was not a single part of that game we had parents. That was an OG Hohi joke.
no, and we will. Last year, the first place winner for the costume contest got the Ray Park
signed
lightsaber. This year we're gonna have lightsabers for the awards, and
the first place is getting we definitely have one that we're giving away for the costume contest. The other one we haven't decided quite, but there might be two.
Yep.
I mean, there are, with Crimson Dawn fully taking part and possibly playing the event.
Oh, cool.
We don't know what side. Jotun Paintball will be there on Saturday. They are going to play for the Empire, right? I think.
I don't remember.
They're playing for one side just
I'm
on Saturday.
breaking the team list down tomorrow. I just got it. So I that'll be out tomorrow too. And I have to poke fun at Keegan. So everybody knows Keegan's birthday is Saturday of the paintball event, guys.
Perkins is next week, I do believe.
Perkins is next week, right? Yep. I always
How about
remember.
that?
So yeah. So Mr. Keegan, on Saturday, you'll be on stage. Don't be hiding. You just wait.
Well, also, I'm going to go ahead and publicly say it. We never have announced it in advance. Keegan is the voluntold for the Young Gun orientation.
Nice.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
For the costume contest, the first thing I thought about was, can I be George Lucas dressed up as himself in the Senate, just doing this?
That
This
was
is in the movie.
He's
Yeah.
he's in
the
the movie.
What? That would work.
There's
It's better than George Lucas.
better than you doing Jar Jar.
Oh, geez. You know, if you haven't looked up Darth Jar Jar, it will make the stupid and silliness worth knowing the story of what should have been. So look into it. It's worth
It
it.
actually isn't bad. That's
No,
the
it's
horrible
not.
part. I completely do not like Jar Jar.
Oh,
but
I don't either. But then I read the
the
story and I was like,
creation
that
of the
makes
Jar
so
Jar
much
Jar and
sense.
how
Yep.
he shaped it, it makes a lot of sense. It really does.
Yeah, you want to
I'm
pretend like that
glad
was a coincidence, right? No way.
Yep.
Yeah, it was complete. Yeah, it was not. No, it was not. No.
Yeah.
And we're already gearing up. This story is going to roll into. We're already planning next year. I mean, if you base on last year, Crimson Dawn was the story before New Hope. This is
Newer Hope.
Newer Hope. So you can already kind of see what's going to be coming next year. I mean, we are transitioning game to game. It's a continuing story.
Sweet. Well, we've already talked about third faction off-field games, our night game. I guess that'll be the last remarks will be for Commander. I know we've got Tanner representing the what did you call it? The Hohi Kenobi? Yes.
I am Hohi 1 Kenobi. Obviously,
Hohi 1
We're the
Kenobi.
rebels, right?
Right.
The Hope, if you will, and the New Hope. He won Kenobi. Thank you. No,
And then
yeah. Listen, I want everyone to kind of realize, right? The Ho-He mentality on scenario paintball is going exactly to the command stage as well, right? Everyone, I want everyone to have a great time. I want everyone to get into the spirit. I don't want, over serious players, right? I want everyone to really sink their teeth into this game and take it for what they can get out of it, right? Um, I want to see tons of people there. I can't wait to see, to have the opportunity to actually be there and really kind of get to, manipulate the game as we go along the time. I've got Keegan as my XO. That should say plenty, right? Keegan's really been a part of this, and he's really been tracking it. And he's definitely my confidant when it comes to keeping this game put together. But and forgive me for a second, but I got to talk some trash, right? We're not there to lose. I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to have a great time. And it's going to be a wonderful thing, but we're not winning. We're not losing races. We're not losing contests, right? We're not losing tosses. It's going to be, I hope to see a slaughter, right? I want them to look at us and be like, damn, I wish I was them. That's the goal. That's always been Ho-He.
okay. Oh well, Rook, since Tim's not here.
Rook, you look a little, you look a little sensitive, buddy. Tell me
Rook is never
So,
sensitive.
Never that.
Never.
So Tanner, I like your energy. I like your boy
Mhm.
Keegan's energy. But yeah, I usually let the trash talk roll, and I'm a man of what's at the end, dude. I don't lose. I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, we're gonna kick NNK's ass and make a fool out of themselves in front of everybody." They put pictures up saying, "Oh, Red or Dead Daddy," and then I make them eat their words. So I usually don't talk too much trash because I'm sensitive. But you will have a fight, buddy. I can promise you that. It'll be a great time, regardless the way it shakes out. So play for red, play for blue, show up. But buddy, you better come and eat your Wheaties. That's all I got to say. It'll be
Oh, we're
great.
ready for you.
It'll be great.
We're ready for you. I tell you, listen, when it's deep at night and you're nice and tight in your sleeping bag and you hear yourself a little, Ho-He, we're there. Right there.
I see. The thing is, I don't even know where Tim's at. I don't know where Tim's at, but guess what? I don't need him. I can tell you that right now. I didn't need my XO at Conquering Hell. He was taking naps on me, but we're not gonna. That's a conversation for a later time. So I had to pull up the britches and do the dirty work. But I hope he's there. What's up, Desi? Oh,
Hey,
I was about to say Desi.
Desi's in here. Yeah. Anyways, love talking trash. It's gonna be a great time. I'm excited. I'm excited just to play, to be honest with you. And yeah.
Remember,
luck.
guys, invite your regular rec ball
Yeah.
players out to a scenario. Most people like Star Wars, get them out, say, hey, it's a Star Wars event. Just try it. It'll be a lot of fun. Awesome. Real quick, guys, I know we've got a whole bunch of people watching. Go ahead, and if you have any questions about the game, I know BJ was wondering about Chewbacca. Is that going to be maybe just a player card or any kind of integrating?
Yeah,
Chewie
Chewbacca is a player card. So right now it's going to somebody random on the Rebel side, because that would make really no sense on the other side. All the player cards were designed Rebels versus Empire. There's a lot of interesting characters on both sides. That's so.
If you get into your character on that card, you will have more fun. I promise you that. We purposely
Who am
do
I?
these cards.
And well, before I answer that, two things. One, if
I-
you get into your character, it can show us you're getting into your character, and you basically go, look, this says I'm Darth Vader, and I am now, and you're getting into it, then we're going to be like, you may get rewarded by Bunny or I. We have the ability to give more Beskar and Kyber crystals for participation in getting in the role play. We are reintroducing for this event the best role player award for both sides. So there is one more award where commanders get to hand out. As far as you, Rook, man, I feel like it's you know what? Text me, or you can say now, who do you want to be on the Empire side?
Oh, dude, I don't know these questions. So for
Can't
fair,
be Jar
to
Jar.
be-
Can't
be
be
fair
Darth
to
Jar Jar. You can't
everybody,
be Vader.
I like this event, and I really like it because I don't know much about Star Wars, but I can get involved. So you tell me I want to be like a bat. Oh no! Wait, hold on.
No, I know who you are. You fit, and since you're not as big of a fan, you may have to do some research on this. You are literally Grand Moff you're Tarkin. He is the head of the Death Star. He is
1,000%.
He's the head of the Death Star. He's the old guy.
Yeah, the old guy. The sunken in face.
Always looking through his nose.
Well, no, just follow me on this. He's very sharp-tongued. Everybody fears him.
Right.
He gets things done. He is as equal to Vader in the Emperor's eyes as anybody in the Empire could be. Like,
there you go.
He could replace Vader, and the Empire would be like, "Hey, cool." Like, he is Tarkin. I can see you as Tarkin straight up, and we're going to write this down right now. I'm going to make sure you get that card, and I'm going to even tweak it to rook at it. There you go.
Yeah,
that guy
like a bad guy.
Yes, you two don't quite look the same, but
he's white. I'm not.
He is.
But no, I like it. I'm a bad guy for life, always and forever.
Oh, Marcus, I hate you right now. Sorry.
Yeah, but he's got his lightsaber.
Marcus is holding his lightsaber he won last year in his hand.
But yeah, Sparrow hand wrote those character cards. They will be in the player packets for every registered, pre-read, early bird, and VIP player. He writes them all out. He thinks them all out. That's his best side. Some of them are absolutely hilarious.
Some are bad.
I look over them, and then I look at who the player is, and then I pick what goes in there most of the time. And we try to match their personalities with what the card is. Last year, we let people choose what character they wanted.
And I think we're going to go back to that in April.
Yeah, we only had about 10 people that did that last year, so we didn't do it again this year, but we may try it again and see what happens. But there's some character cards in there.
For example, there's
wild.
one Imperial trooper that he's the gunner for the Death Star main gun, but he's deaf because if you think about it in the movie, he's right there. The beam goes right by his head, so he can't hear anything. It only makes sense that this guy would be deaf because that thing is right there. And so, I mean, there's a lot of comical twist to the characters. And there's some that are very serious because I'm a stormtrooper or I'm a rebel, soldier. And it makes it fun.
Starbucks closed.
I'm trying to read.
There we go.
This is why Brooke reads it.
Yeah, you guys read it. I'm like,
yeah, no, this is in Texas.
Oh, yeah, this is a Texas event.
Yeah, this is Texas. Texas, we do it bigger. It's
all right, guys. Last questions from the audience. Any questions?
Desi needs to come out.
Desi should come to our event. We can go to one of his events. I'm just saying. Trade.
Yeah, Desi, I was gonna say we're about to. NAK is about to make it out over to Florida. Yep. Nick has been talking our ear off to go on hide and go on out.
We're ready to go out there. It's time. It's definitely time.
We've been there since we've gone to Wayne's World and back in 2018.
Keegan, he's using the Force.
Just really working.
No, he didn't.
No, I'll tell you what, y'all. I mean, so I'm traveling from Phoenix, right? Like this is a game we're flying for.
Nice.
It's been like that. The games that get put on in Texas are the best in the country. Everyone knows that. We've got the best scene. We've got the best people. We got the best producers. If you're going anywhere else, I mean, it's playing for second.
Well, I mean, I'm sure coming from Phoenix will be a nice, not only a scenery change, but weather improvement. So,
yep, you miss grass after a while.
You're like, what is this green stuff my feet or underneath my feet?
Soft.
Yeah.
Turf.
Well, cool, guys. Do you guys have any last words to mention before we cut off for the show? Before we get to the event in 2 weeks?
We're headed out next week on Wednesday. So next weekend, knock on wood. I do not want. Oh man, I hope I don't put my foot in my mouth or his single foot in my mouth. But looking at the list of everybody that has registered, pre-reg, and VIP'd, I don't think we have to move anybody.
We may not be moving anybody. This is the first event
It is
early.
dead on equal, and
Which we know. Let's be honest, Rook's been down this more than you have, Tanner. Rook would love it if if Bunny could say we're not moving anybody.
Well,
That would
yeah.
yeah. It actually, I looked at it. I'm like, oh, this is.
We can't
solid.
confirm that yet.
Yeah.
We can't confirm that yet.
Looks
But
good.
One thing you can confirm 100% is that NNK is not moving sides.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
not moving side this
I'm
time.
not gonna get the please.
we do have one horrible. I'd say horrible on our part because we completely forgot. We have a huge announcement.
Oh my gosh.
We have a
Okay.
huge. Actually, well, two things. Let me back up on
No,
one.
no.
First, I'm gonna do we have a
Oh.
MagFed element in the game.
Oh, we
Mhm.
forgot.
Each side will have designated MagFed snipers that will be assigned to find the MagFed, the target we use in the MagFed events, the dummy.
Mhm.
And each side will be going after the same two targets that will move once an hour. They're going to have to find them. They'll be kind of told where they are and put one single ball on them. If they do, they'll get points. If they don't, they won't. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell you where those targets are going to be located.
And the second
now,
one,
the bigger one, I'm gonna let her announce. And hold on your seats.
This was something that at the T-Rev game,
right here, this guy.
Yep. We had this idea in the back of our heads, and it wasn't being pushed and approved. And finally, it's coming.
You know where we're going.
So for this event, we are going to try it out and see what happens. If you are a First Strike player, you can bring your own paint.
Wow.
It will be a $20 charge. You can bring your own First Strikes. There are rules. There are rules. You'll have a special place on your card, of course. So we know it's free BYOP, and it has to be either the yellow fin or the lime green fin. Those are the two most popular fins.
Ironically, is what we just used at T-Rev this past weekend.
Those are your two most popular fins currently. And it stops you from being able to mix in with our snipers. So if we see another fin color out there that's just popular and a lot of y'all happen to have it, we'll change and we'll announce it. But
for this event,
we're going to try it. We're going to see how it works. And we were able to push a little bit more on this, and we got the okay. So
didn't want to overcharge, but it's like I said, the big hit. We're trying it. There's no future promises of any kind. Even in the Conquering Hell, everybody's like, "Yeah, we're doing this for Star Wars. We're going to see how it works. Check the bugs. We're going to ask players when it's over how they liked it, didn't like it." But it does allow. We are opening the doors for new things, and perfect example of that Tryfecta. We listened. We've been talking about it for a while. In this past event, I actually spoke to both these guys. And both Rook and Perkins both brought it up, said it, and she and I talked about more. We spoke to the field, and we're giving it a chance.
Yep. So it'll be $20. And then we're also working on the smoke currently. It looks like it's going to be Enola Gay, but we're trying to work that out currently. Everybody knows that
the ATF is being mean.
The Nazis came down and said we are not supposed to be using sport smoke. But that's all we have. But we're trying to get the Enola Gay too, and to see if that's going to be an option. So hopefully we will be able to do that. We'll have different colors, so that'll be nice to bring that mix back in as well. But yeah, it's going to be fun trying out the
Okay, Dave, we didn't talk to you about the paint. I don't want to say above your pay grade, but no. And it's how quick and recently that this was. David's working on the field doing all these things to help us there, and this is so new. We haven't even had the time to. This is how fresh and new this idea is. It's just we made it work. We actually yesterday finally put the details on it, and we told everybody we're going to announce something big. That's our big.
Man, I might be shooting First Strikes instead.
So here's, and this is part of the conversation I had with Spyro and stuff. So like, obviously there had been several events, even in consecutive order, of not having enough First Strikes, right? So, there are some players out there that may not be able to pre-reg because they're not sure if they can take off work, and then if they show up and they're like, well, I only have, say, a MagFed marker and I can only use First Strikes, and then all the First Strikes run out by Friday, then they're like, well, what am I gonna, what can I really do other than shooting round ball and 20 round mags? So guys, this is like the mecha answer that you guys have been waiting for. Like, you can literally either, of course, it's going to be a little bit more. You have to pay $20 more as a player, but you're guaranteed your paint that you bring, right? So you can bring, say, 4 bags, 5 bags, 6 bags, 2 bags, 1 bag, pay $20, but you're guaranteed the paint that you bring, as long as it's the one of the 2 colors, right? The yellowfin or greenfin.
The lime, the lime green color,
fin.
which
Yeah,
is
that's
almost
all-
the same.
right.
They're basically the same color looking, but
And if you shoot first strikes, there's leftovers. There's always leftovers.
Yeah.
And now you have an opportunity to go ahead and spend them.
Right.
That's a big deal. Because some of us, Perkins, has like entirely too many, and I don't know where
Warehouse.
he's gonna shoot them.
He's got
Yeah.
warehouse.
So now he found a spot. Now he's gonna take entirely too many bags.
We found a way to make the wives happy.
Yeah.
Get them out of the house.
But we'll definitely post that up. And Desi's right. The Enola Gay is super spicy. It can burn you. It can start a fire, of course. But we'll get the announcement up on that as well.
We'll keep working on smoke.
And the Young Gun store will have Nerfs for sale for anybody that wants Nerfs. We have a surplus. Oh,
good Lord.
Wow.
That's a lot of first strikes.
That's a lot of first. No, it's just a
Well, I
little.
don't really shoot all of them, so it's like, when else am I going to shoot them? So there we go.
Well, there you go. Now you pay $20.
Now I got 2 colors.
Galore, go. But yeah, we'll have the Nerfs for sale too. We have like 100
About 100
plus extra
more.
Nerfs, so we'll be selling them. It'll be at the Young Gun store to go towards them. It'll be $3 a pop for those, and then
Yeah, there's
a lot.
There's a lot,
Yep.
and we probably still ended up forgetting something, which I don't think we did.
and
but,
we had notes. Look
yeah,
at
and we have
this.
4 pages of notes we were trying to follow. But biggest thing, lightsabers. I'm just gonna go back to it. Lightsabers. You need Sith powers, Jedi powers. They will have powers on each side. This is something we have not done in any of our
Force
events.
powers.
They have force powers. There's 3 force powers in the event, 2 on each side. Now, yes, I said 3 total and 2 per side. Y'all can debate that all you want. As you run out of those powers, they are with, again,
Is this
kyber
Texas
crystals. This is Sean math.
Old man math is what it is.
Are we using the common core?
That means one overlaps. I'm going
Yeah,
to
Common Core,
now. One of them overlaps. You can replace them. Same thing. You get more money. Everything goes through kyber crystals. So you want people that can.
Uh-oh.
I think he needs to put in a kyber crystal to get his internet to run faster.
Oh no, they might be done for it right now.
Oh no.
Let's see. Let's go through the comments real quick. Greg's asking, what will the Young Gun store have besides Nerf? So we will ask that once their internet connection comes back. If anyone wanted a screenshot of
Pyro, that was the time.
there we go.
There we go.
Going back.
There we go.
Oh.
We were here.
AT&T fiber for the win.
There will be chips, candy, granola bars, trail mixes.
Microfibers. Risque microfibers are still there.
They're still,
I'm pretty sure.
yeah, Spyro
It's
collector
Spyro's
microfibers.
leg. What else?
It's not my leg.
Nerfs.
A lot of stuff. It's the
There's a
exacts
lot.
that are the goodies are we're still shopping. Let's call it what
Yeah.
it is. So yeah, a lot of it will be surprise. This is here, and it'll be same place it was at the Mel Brooks event. It'll be Command, Ref, Young Gun Store.
And
Very-
lightsabers.
And then Crimson Dawn will be just across the street. They're bringing in an RV. We're going to rope them off their own private spot. They're going to try to be there Friday, but they're actually setting up Sherwood Fair that weekend. So they may be there literally first thing Saturday morning, but they will be there, including their $600-700 mystery boxes that are only like $120. They're
Awesome.
going all out for us. And they're like, we don't care if we sell one thing. We just want to hang out with you guys. So again, it's helping the community.
They're cool.
Awesome. And then real quick, so of the vendors that are listed down below, what other vendors will be at the event?
Pro Edge sponsors us, so that Pro Edge is a new sponsor for us too.
Oh,
by the way, we haven't put it out publicly yet. AWOL 3D will be there.
Well, he'll be there, but just donating. He won't have a
Just
shop. The
donating,
only booth will be Crimson Dawn
Yep,
that's selling
this
something on
time
site.
around. Preston Apparel is sending items for us. Most of our sponsors are sending items.
Yeah.
February is a
Gator
hard
Mill
one.
sending stuff.
Yep.
Jotun. Pro Edge, we need to go actually this weekend or over the beginning. We were going to Pro Edge. Of course, What's Up? AWOL 3D has got some stuff that's going. So virtually, Tipman and Empire support us through the field. I'm quickly looking down at the bottom. So that's virtually all of them are
Most are
providing
donating.
something in some way, shape, or form. 71 Designs will be giving us. We'll be meeting them probably Friday evening. They'll be hooking us up with a couple things. So yeah, there's a lot of. It's going to be kind of like the last event where there's a lot of neat prize packages that we're putting together and just making it fun.
We
for
even
everybody.
have knife sets for prizes this year.
Yes, real nice.
Custom knife sets, and you can change the blades out. There's like 10 different blades you can actually.
There we go again.
What are your
Like
an actual droid,
fiber,
a big
There we
droid. We're giving away a droid. So yeah, there's
very cool.
There's a lot of goodies.
Awesome.
Got to be there.
Cool. Well, I think that's it for our show, guys. If you guys have any further questions about the game, make sure to email. Is it trifectaevents@gmail.com?
Yes, it is. It is now.
If it goes on, what's y'all's email for Trifecta?
Trifectaevents@gmail.com.
Cool. Got
There
it.
you go.
Awesome.
Nailed it.
Yeah. So if you guys have any further questions,
AT&T.
if you guys have any further questions, go ahead and ask them.
Are we here?
And,
I don't even know if we're here anymore.
Can
you hear me now?
You guys are here. You guys are here.
Trifectaevents@gmail.com.
If you guys find them on Facebook, use their Trifecta account. Don't go to Bunny or Spyro specifically. And then if you guys want to contact the command staff, you've got Tanner, Tim Gafford, or Luis from NNK.
Don't
contact
me.
Right away. Send all the emails to Rook.
I'm not even supposed to be here. I don't even know how I got here.
Talk to me.
Cool. I'm looking forward to the game.
Listen, come fight for blue. I'll take care of you.
Oh,
got to catch words.
He's in the corner, like licking the Dorito, and then
on the other foot. There we go.
If you don't want to get laced, play red, please. I'm looking out for you. Not I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, definitely not Hohi 3.0. All right, guys.
A good time
have
and
a
a long
wonderful
time.
evening.
Have a great night, guys.
Have a great night.
See you guys.
I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and then I guess Keegan's birthday, and I will be also celebrating my birthday. So, no funny shenanigans.
Gross.
All right. See you guys.
Later, everybody.
Later.
See ya.